Hi, everybody, and welcome to Faces in the Field. My name is Adam Darengowski. I work with the communications team here at Miller Pipeline. Faces in the Field is where we highlight the efforts of one of our teammates making it happen out in the field. Today, that teammate is Josh Donald. He's a foreman out of Lynchburg, Virginia. Josh, thanks for coming on Faces in the Field.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Well, first of all, let's get kind of your origin story in the business, how you got here, what got you into this line of work, and how did you find your way to Miller Pipeline?
I started back in 2015 as a laborer. I came here straight out of high school because my father worked here, and I worked for him for 4 years. 4.5, 5 years as a laborer, and then I transitioned into a foreman. I've been a foreman for the last 5 years.
Yeah. What was that like starting out working for your dad? What was that dynamic like among you and how did you kind of figure that all out between the two of you?
So it was a little different, working for your father. It's kind of hard, but we got along pretty good. I might have quit a couple times along the way, but I'm still here. But it's unfortunately he has moved up and now he is above me again as a supervisor in the area. So I still work for him.
Just can't escape it, can you?
Oh,
Is there something to be said though to have kind of like that sounding board when you're first starting out? I'm sure you had kind of an idea seeing him do it for a long time, but was it nice to have someone that is a subject matter expert that you could kind of bounce ideas off of?
yeah, I probably say it was probably best for me to work for him just because I didn't really know anything. Fresh out of high school, never ran the shovel, nothing like that. And then just to have him to be more patient and everything because I was his son and really teach me the right way.
I'm also curious from a leadership perspective, how vital was it to see what your dad did, and how much do you kind of take from his leadership style and incorporate that into your own?
Yeah, so he kind of taught me how to be a leader when I was with him. And then when I left him, I would call and ask him questions, and he kind of helped me all the way along the way. If it weren't for him, I probably wouldn't be a foreman right now.
Um, since becoming a foreman, what have you learned about the job uh, that has maybe surprised you that you didn't expect? Is there anything that you can highlight that maybe jumps out at you?
It's I would say it's a lot more pressure on the foreman than the laborer. All the paperwork and iPad stuff. You don't really see all that till you get into that position and all the phone calls and stuff you have to be on rather than just being a laborer out in the field digging. It's a lot different.
Yeah. How do you go about handling that and like managing your time so that you're able to be with your guys, but also get kind of the paperwork side of things done?
Yeah, it starts with having a good laborer, being able to teach them to be able to work without you while you do paperwork for 20 or 30 minutes. Um, but that's about it, just being able to have faith and trust in your crew to work without you safely.
How do you go about cultivating that kind of a laborer? Like obviously they aren't just made in a lab, right? We wish they were. But
Yeah.
how do you go about developing guys that you can trust? Is there a process that you go by to help that?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like every time I get a good one, they take them from me and make them a foreman. But yeah, it's just you got to make them. You got to really scope them into what you need and teach them and tell them when they're wrong and not get on them too hard, but get on them a little bit. That way they know that it's serious enough and that they won't do it again. Stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm curious what maybe your favorite part of your current position is. What do you enjoy the most during the day?
Probably running the equipment, digging. I really enjoy running the excavator.
Yeah. Was that always the route you kind of saw yourself going, is getting into that operators union and running the machines?
Yeah, I always wanted to run the machine, since I was a kid watching my dad do it. So, and I get in the, used to go at his old job. They used to bring your kid to work day. So we would get on the movie as kids. And it was pretty fun. I always wanted to do it.
If there's someone out there that maybe in high school and thinking like, oh, college isn't for me. I'm not sure what I want to do, what route I want to take. What would you tell them to maybe convince them that this industry and Miller Pipeline are a path that is viable for them?
Yeah, so I came fresh out of high school, didn't go to college. A lot of people telling me, "Yo, you should go to college." This, but you really don't have to. There's plenty of money, as people would like to say. Career, you'll be able to retire for something like this. You don't have to go to college. You can come straight in the field and do blue collar job, as they like to call it, and make a nice living off of it.
Yeah. From a safety perspective, what's kind of your process to ensure everyone gets things done efficiently, but most importantly, safely on a daily basis?
Uh, Safety first and foremost, our core value. Just if it takes a little bit longer to do it right the first time. Be safe about it. You can't put a price on safety, so you just got to be safe.
Well, we have a program here. Speaking of safety, it's called "What I Live For." It just reminds us to be safe every day. So Josh, what do you live for?
I got pictures of my two kids right here, and I got a picture of me and my wife. I keep them in my truck just to keep me a reminder, if I'm having a bad day, that it's just a part of the process. I got to be able to take care of them, so it's what I live for.
Now, are you thinking your kids are kind of follow the family tradition one day and don the Miller green, or what are we thinking there?
My son said he wants to be a pipeliner, so we'll see. I'm trying to get my little brother here right now. He just turned 18, so hopefully I can get him out here.
That's awesome. Family affair. Well, I like to finish every face in the field with some rapid fire questions, so I'm just going to fire it at you and you just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. Does that sound okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. New tools or day off?
My two tools.
There we go. Favorite season to work in? Is it spring, summer, winter, fall?
Fall.
So you're loving right now.
Loving it.
Are we shaded safety glasses or clear?
Shaded. My two.
All the way. And then finally, what's your favorite core value and why?
My two, safety. Because without safety, you don't have nothing. You got to have safety.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Josh, thanks for coming on Face in the Field. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
He's Josh Donald. He is a foreman out of Lynchburg, Virginia. If you want to join Josh's team, be sure to visit MillerPipelineCareers.com. Make sure you also follow us on social media. We post jobs, industry news, corporate news, anything you need. We are there. This has been Face in the Field. We will see you next month.